Hey guys, I'm going to do a video on negative vibrations. I've done a few of them, but I'm going to keep doing them. So thoughts come in, right? We went over this. You can make them negative or positive, right? When your habit is to make them negative, right, it turns into worry. Eventually that worry turns into doubt. When that vibration gets strong enough and there's enough doubt, it turns into fear, which equals anxiety. The anxiety is the fear being expressed in the only place that it can be expressed, inside of you. Whatever you're impressing has to be expressed to and through you. There is no negative vibration that I've found that can heal you, that can make you prosperous, that can find you love, that can make you harmonious. Nothing. I haven't found one negative emotion or feeling, whatever you want to call it, that is healthy. It's all destructive, right? We were built for short-term negative vibrations, right? If I'm walking down the street with my family and someone comes up to try to rob me, I'm going to get into a negative vibration and I'm going to get into fight mode and I'm going to fight off that person to save my family. But once the threat is eliminated, within 15 or 20 minutes, I'm going to be back into homeostasis because I've done this so many times. I've trained myself over and 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 over again. I pay attention all day long. How am I feeling? What am I thinking? Right? I get back into homeostasis. I get back into a positive vibration. I mean, it's a habit now. That's why I love habits. It's just space-time repetition. Eventually, if majority of society is in a negative vibration from the time they wake up till the time they go to bed. Now, our bodies aren't designed to be in a negative vibration for long periods of time. So we start to have dis-ease, an achy shoulder, right? Stomach issues, heart issues, bloating. Every disease or ailment is linked to negative vibrations. Right? And the more you study and become aware of that is the truth. Look up peer-reviewed scientific studies on disease or ailments or negative and positive vibrations. Right? We have to get out of the negative vibration. None of this other stuff is that big of a deal to be worrying about until you get out of the negative vibrations as often as you can during the day. That's why you have to stand guard at your mind. You have to be paying attention when things come in. And you have to, in the beginning, I had to just say, I don't accept that. I don't accept that. I don't accept that. And then it would come back and I'd say, I don't accept that. I know this sounds elementary, but this is what I did. This is what my mentor told me to do, so I did it. Anything he told me to do, I did. And my life changed drastically. Every aspect of my life. My relationships, my money, my career, my family, my friends, my neighbor. I mean, everything has changed for me because I was willing to change, right? And so I'm telling you guys, these negative thoughts, you've made them a habit, right? And then we top everything with inner talk, good or bad. It doesn't matter what you're doing. When I'm doing something good, I'm still having an inner dialogue. It's just a positive inner dialogue. When negative things are going on, I'm having a negative dialogue, right? And you have to catch yourself building that future story of an outcome of something that you're dealing with. And you have to say, I don't accept that. That's not truth, right? I mean, you can't heal yourself if you believe in disease. You can't be abundant if you believe in poverty. These are all man-made things. I know if you're going to use your five senses and look around, you're going to see all of that stuff. That tells you what that person's thought processes are. You can look at someone's results and tell how they think, right? There's laws. The laws are so fine-tuned, it doesn't matter if you're a good or bad person. Good and bad is surface level, right? The law clearly states As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So if somebody has money or you think they have everything going on for them, but they're always going through trials and tribulations, you don't have to guess. You can be 100% certain. Deep down in their beliefs, they don't love themselves, or they struggle with giving, right? They have some deep-rooted issues that they haven't dealt with, right? But they've made it a law for themselves that they're going to win, they're going to prosper, they're going to, whatever it is they have going on, they believe they're going to win, right? The sun shines on a murderer the same it shines on me. It doesn't not shine on them. They get to breathe the same air I get to breathe. This is where I when you really start delving into this stuff, your whole perception changes. God kills and God heals, right? Because it's all a law. If you have negative thoughts for extended periods of time, eventually you're going to have disease and you're going to die. You will never extend your life by worry or doubt or fear. You can worry about something as much as you want. It will not give you one more minute on this earth, right? They've done extensive research on our telomeres, right? If you're in a negative state, your telomeres never grow. They get shorter. If you're in a positive state, your telomeres grow, which is how they dictate how long you're going to live. I mean, this is all public knowledge, right? The physical is not what you think it is. I want you to understand that it's not a coincidence that there's a commercial all the time telling you about some new disease or some pill that's going to cure something that you're going to have in the future, right? Or all of the bad food that we have, right? All of this is by design, right? And then somebody just has to suggest to you, this is how gullible we are. Oh, you have a thyroid problem, or you have this other problem. You just need to take this pill and it'll help you lose weight or gain muscle or get rid of wrinkles or whatever it is, right? We fall for all of these things, which once again, all it is marketing. Right? When really all you need to do is become one with God. I'm at the point in my life where that's an absolute certain, without wavering. If I want to get rid of wrinkles, I know how to do that. I ask God. If I want to be healthier, I ask God. If I want to be stronger, I ask God. He will give me an intuition hit. He will put a thought in my mind of a book that I should read, or somebody will say something. I mean, I do this all the time. And I know it's hard to believe in the beginning. That's why I don't want to dive into all of this deep stuff in the beginning, because you're not going to accept it. Right? It's super simple. Energy comes in. There's only two things we can do. We can choose to make it positive, or we can choose to let it be negative. Or we can not choose anything and we just be unconscious and let it be negative, right? Or if you're an optimist, thank the Lord, it'll be positive, right? You won't worry. I'm telling you guys, once you figure this little simple stuff out, right? So thought comes in and let's just say we're worried, and it goes down in it, and it turns into fear, right? That's what's really going on. Eventually it turns into fear. And then it is expressed through us in anxiety, which is damaging us internally, all by thought. And, I've made videos a few months back, really, the most important thing you can do when you get up in the morning is find some gratitude. You cannot be starting your day off by turning on your cell phone and letting that light hit your eyes and go into worry. You have to stand up for yourself. You have to fight off these gangsters. I'm telling you, they're mobsters. You need to stand up. And in the beginning, yeah, it feels dumb because you're going to be talking to yourself, saying, I don't accept that. I don't want that. I'm done with all of that. I'm moving on, right? And then you roll out of bed and you drop onto your knees and you say a real prayer. Please, Father, help me. Thank you so much that you hear me. I'm so grateful that you're going to help me today. Change from negative to positive. Thank you. Amen. Super simple. Bare minimum basics. It is the bare minimum. There's something so wonderful in the bare minimum than trying to be fancy and acting like you're something you're not. Be authentic. Where am I right now? What is really going on? What do I really want to change in my life? If I change this one thing, I know my life would change. What is that thing? And then ask for help. Seek and ye shall find. Ask and it shall be given. Knock and it shall be opened unto you. I mean, if that's all you ever did, your life would change, right? You need to invert fear into faith. Fear is the opposite of faith. And you're going to have faith in an unseen force that is difficult to do in the beginning. Because we have a reasoning mind with our logic. Once again, our five senses, we always are looking, right? It comes in, we have this great idea, we're all in. We made a committed decision, yes, this is happening. And then it comes in, and within an hour or three, we're looking at our results. Well, they haven't changed yet, right? You haven't let go and let God. You're still in charge. You're still wanting to see everything and decide everything, right? And there's going to be times when a whole bunch of things are going wrong. That's when you really want to just walk right up to the things and be like, get out of my way. I'm not dealing with you. I gave you to God. I'm moving on. I'm not falling for this crap anymore. I'm not going to vibrate negatively because my thoughts, my habitual habit is to think about the negative and find the bad in everything. I'm done with all that. And if you have to talk to yourself all day for 3 days straight, talking yourself out of this habit, that's what you need to be doing. Eventually, you will be able to spend more time on making things positive, in the positive in life. It's so simple, right? But your belief, you just don't believe any of that because you have all of this old conditioning. All of your beliefs don't support this new idea, right? That there is a God. You might believe at surface level, and maybe you're just not understanding that it can't be surface level. It has to be an unwavering faith, right? And you're asking for guidance all the time. You're going to be getting intuition hits. You're going to start understanding what that intuition hit. You're going to ask for more guidance. Please make it an intuition hit that I will know for sure this is an intuition hit. I don't want to have to guess and think about, is this or isn't this, right? And then you'll get a backup. Something will back that up to let you know, yes, this is what you need to do. Okay, I'm gonna do that in faith, knowing that that's what I'm supposed to do. Even though your logic and reason they might be telling you don't do that. I need you to be aware of how dangerous negativity and negative vibrations are for you. They are extremely damaging. You have to get back to homeostasis so your body can be at ease. It probably hasn't been there in a long period of time, right? You're either worried about your job, or you're worried about money, or you're worried about the relationship you're in, or you're worried about driving to work, or you're worried about driving home, or you're worried about something almost all day long. Or you're worried that someone might not like you, or that someone said something about you, or like there's a gajillion reasons to be worried. Not one time for 1 second does that benefit you. Period. Try to debunk that. How about we make that an actual little thing we're going to try right now, here, right now. You're going to make a committed decision right now to try to debunk that statement. That's a great idea. Thank you, Father, for giving me that. You want proof? Try to debunk that. Don't worry about all this other stuff. Take a pause, do your journal entries, write your goals out, but try to debunk that this week. Spend 20 minutes a day trying to find a peer-reviewed scientific study that says having a negative vibration is a great thing for you. And then let me know what you find, right? I think maybe this is something we should start doing more often. I think maybe I'm going to start asking you guys on specific things to debunk me on. I think it'd really help you, because once you become aware of that, right, now you're all in on getting out of negative and getting into positive. And a little side note, just something it's been on my mind a lot lately. I have people all the time coming up to me asking me, If there was one thing you could do to earn more money, what would you do? And my answer is the same for this every time to everybody. You have to quit thinking about the money and start trying to find where you can provide massive service. Because once you can provide service and you become extremely valuable, when you can solve somebody's problems or somebody's worry or take somebody's anxiety away from them and give them a tool on how to do that, there's an endless supply of whatever it is you're looking for, right? But if you're going off your five senses, hear, see, smell, taste, and touch, and you keep looking at your results, they're not going to change immediately, right? You might have to spend a year creating massive value in learning how to really help someone in whatever area you want, right? It could be with their finances, it could be with their health, it could be with any host of things that people have hard times with, right? And you become a top 3%er in any of those areas, your value's never ending. You can charge as much as you want. It doesn't matter because you have so much value to give. And people will trade their money for shortcuts. Really, that's as simple as it gets. When you become so good at something, people are willing to pay you whatever for your knowledge. Right? Now, they could get the same knowledge, but they don't want to take a year to get it. Right? You're cutting their year down to a week, a month, a day sometimes. Sometimes it's one little phrase. They have an aha moment. Oh man, I never looked at it like that. I never thought about it like that. And you know what I mean? Doesn't mean that's not worth a buttload of money to them. Right? But when you're brought up being an employee, it's really hard to think like that. Right? But you got to get out of the negative. You got to quit worrying about every little thing that's going on. It's not going to prolong your life at all. And it's not going to make you any more valuable. And it surely ain't going to put any more money in your bank account. And it's not going to make you lose weight, gain muscle, lose nothing. It's going to cause dis-ease in your body eventually over time. So I hope this was helpful. I hope at least one person takes this challenge and writes in the comments something that you found, or if you think you can debunk it, then let's talk about it. Let's find those articles. Let's read them, right? I'm excited. Thanks, guys. Please like and subscribe. Please leave comments. Whatever you're going through, I can help you, but I don't know what you're going through. So I'm just kind of trying to give you the bare minimum basics so that everyone through this first year gets to a point where, whether it's with me or not with me, you're on the right track and you have a deep-rooted belief system on the truth, right? And then you're not going to fall for any funny anything, right? You're going to know with an understanding the truth. And then you can move on to other people and whatever. It doesn't matter to me whether it's with me or not with me. What matters is that you find the truth out. And I know it's hard to do in the beginning because it's a totally different way of thinking. All of your beliefs, you're going to be debunking them. And it gets frustrating. I understand. I've been through it. I know. But, your parents were just trying to do the best they could do. So cut them some slack. So thanks, guys. Please like and subscribe. Keep smiling. Bye.